Mentioning as a CPA practitioner, we recognized very quickly that as our practice grew and our practice aged, we have baby boomer business owners that have worked so hard, they've treated their business like a child almost, and they've raised it to a point. Now 75–80% of their net worth is tied up in that business. It's a non-liquid asset. So the question is, now what? So what we decided to do is Jane Johnson and myself put together a company called Innovative Equity Strategies. We are two of but 5 certified exit business consultants in Massachusetts. And what we do, we work with the baby boomer business owner to help them transition out of their business. And it's a very exciting field. It's a growing field. And what differentiates our group from other people doing this is that we've put together a transition team. If you've been in business, somewhere along the way you've hired a consultant. And the consultant comes in, here's a report, give me my $20,000 and good luck. You're going to change the way you run your business. What we've done is we've brought in people that we've dealt with over the last few years, sometimes dozens of years, that have a certain skill set that we can use as part of this transition team. The problem in today's marketplace with the mergers and acquisitions is we're just starting to dig out of the hole, so to speak. So people, even though they think they want to get out, they really can't, maybe in some cases 3 to 5 years. So we're in a position to advise them, to help them to grow their businesses, to add value to the bottom line, to make that number that they need to get on their business viable. How we do that is there's 2 major components of transitioning or exit strategy. Is you have to attain that the business owner actually has the mental readiness to get out. They may think they want to get out, but when they sit down and think about it, what would I do? And we spend a lot of time working with them. We have life coaches on our transition team that will actually meet with the business owner and say, look, tell me about your post-exit life. Tell me what you like to do. Tell me the things that really make you happy. And a lot of small business owners, the fact that they own their business and they're very visible in the community and they're very philanthropic, that makes them happy. Well, you have to have a position where you can continue to do that going on. The other piece we have to identify is meeting the financial goals, or you'll be able to identify what your lifestyle number is. The problem with small business owners, and it's not a problem as an accountant, but the problem with small business owners is that a lot of stuff ends up being blown through the business during their business years. Cars, business trips, employee benefits, social and business memberships. And that may add up to $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 on an annual basis. So when somebody's deciding what they're going to do and what's the number I need to live on, you have to factor that in as well. So if somebody was going to spend, for the sake of argument, their lifestyle number is $200,000, and quite frankly, unfortunately, a lot of people have not funded their retirements at the level they should have, so that's woefully lacking. If you can count on those Social Security benefits, you factor that in, and we come up with a number that this net number that's going to come out of the business, the net residual asset, has to provide a lifestyle for 25 or 30 years. There's a commercial on now that says if you're retired and saw the sunrise this morning, it's the first of 6,000 sunrises you're going to see, and you better know what your number is. So we work with the clients, try to help identify what is that number, and then the third thing is come up with a valuation of the business. And we value the business. Sometimes we bring in mergers and acquisition people to help us with a range of values because they have a lot of experience in this. And is it possible to now, if the deal is to get out of the business, sell the business, can it be done and generate enough cash flow based on our 2 or 3% yields now to meet that number? So that's one part of it. And the other part of it is sometimes the option is not to sell, but is to stay and grow, or is to transition it internally, either to family members or to your management team, or the third option would be maybe with an ESOP or a private equity acquisition. So there's all sorts of options out there available to the business owner. The challenge here is to get the business owner to sit down. Everybody's putting out today's fires, and let's have some time, let's have some quality time here, and let's talk about what we're doing and what are your plans for the future. And it's sort of like the Thanksgiving table when you finally sit down with your grandparents once a year, and your father's trying to come up with the courage of asking his father, has he done his will yet? Because nobody wants to talk about it.
Right.
Well, in a small business environment, especially with the family-owned businesses, there's a conversation that has to happen between the business owner and his children. And to that end, we're bringing Thomas Deans in on June 6th. Tom is a world-renowned author on family businesses, and he has a very interesting take on it. And we have that coming up, like I said, on June 6th. But that's what we do, and we're trying to help the baby boomer business owner transition out of that life that he's known, which is owning the business and going to work every day, to the life that he wants and be able to afford it.